Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hey, what I'm going to show you today is how to fill in the lettering on your gun, on your firearm. Like the M&P, like this right here, for example, is the Smith & Wesson M&P 9. I'll show you how to fill that in so it stands out. Your emblem on this side where it says Smith & Wesson. We'll do the top of the barrel where it says 9mm. I'm also going to do the magazine where it says 9mm in the logo. First thing you want to do with some type of a cleaner, it could be rubbing alcohol, some gun scrubber, anything to get the any type of excess grease, oil, stuff like that off the part. You don't need to do the whole part just right where you're going to be painting. Just want to clean it up. Make sure there's no grease, oil, dirt, detergent, stuff like that on the metal. Alright, once you got that cleaned up, you want to take some type of, there's a lot of stuff you can use. You can use nail polish, like nail enamel, something like that. You can use modeling paint, a lot of different things out there. Any of them will pretty much work for the same purpose. And then all you want to do is take your brush, just kind of fill in right over the lettering. Want to make sure you get enough in there to where it fills in nice, but you don't need to put it all over everything. Because the paint will seep down into the cracks of the lettering and stuff. You can do one part at a time if you want. You can do them all together. It really doesn't matter. Just brush it on, fill it in good. A lot of times you will have to do this twice, do 2 coats, because the first time you may have some lighter and some darker spots, which ain't really a big issue. You just pretty much repeat the process. Now on the slide, I'm only going to do this side at first, that way I don't have to flip it over. Yeah, just got a big gob right there, which ain't a big deal to clean up. Alright, let's try to get everything filled. Let it sit for a few minutes. You don't need to let it sit too long, but long enough. Long enough to let some of the material start to dry. And then what you can do, even before it completely dries, with a nice flat surface, don't press down too hard, but just kind of what I usually do is fold it up and just kind of scrape right across the top. Take off any excess. Do the same on the magazine. And then on the slide. And if you use a little bit of down pressure when you do that, it kind of helps fill in some of the etching also. Take that gob right there off. Alright, and then what I use to finish up the rest of it is a little bit of nail polish, the non-acetone, some type of a non-acetone nail polish. That way you don't risk doing anything to the finish. Just take a little dab, put on just like I was doing with the dry cloth. Just taking a little bit, and then very easily just wiping across the top. Turns out like that. Do the same thing here on the magazine. Just kind of slowly wipe it back and forth. And as you can see, it slowly starts bringing it off and still leaves your lettering. Biggest thing is you don't want to press too hard inside the lettering because you can start to remove some of the inside. And sometimes what you want to do is get a little bit more acetone, or non-acetone nail polish, I mean. You can see how that turned out. And then last, to finish off the slide, just slowly work it back and forth. So not using much pressure at all. I just barely want it to go over the top. Now for the emblem, same thing, just nice and slow, work it over the material, not putting a whole lot of pressure except for where you know you don't want any paint or anything, like where I dropped that big gob of paint at. And just slowly work it back and forth. Nice, even and flat. Alright, when you're done, it turns out like that. The magazine, the barrel. Oh, and then you still want to go back and let it dry from there, and then you can go back over it with your regular gun oil and stuff, clean everything up, get the protectants back in the metal and stuff, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching.